Alright, well, I got this thing rebuilt. I got it put back in. I went ahead and took it down to O-rings and things, and they have a shop next door, and they actually took that nut off because they have tools for that, and I just didn't want to damage it. I tried to turn that thing and it was just frozen, so I thought, well, you know what, I can't damage that piston. I'll just take it over there. They charged me like an hour labor. Just take the nut off and then slide the thing off, and then put a new seal in it. The seal that was in it was just crumbs. There was no seal. It was just crumbs. It had just gone down to nothing. So the ones on the outriggers I think are okay, but that one, for some reason, the sun or whatever it was, got it hot and it just was ruined. So anyway, let's go ahead and start this thing up, see how it works after I've got it done, see if it works any better. Right, well now I can raise it up so I can fix the other thing. Alright, so we got our limit switch up there. I went ahead and ran the wire, if you can see the white coming down, and it goes down to here. So I got that in. Now I've just got to clean all the grease off of here again. Look at all that. And get it back to square one. I think then I need to stick the single cab underneath it. I do have an issue here. This switch is not working, so there is that. I hate to do that on the truck, but I don't know. I can always bypass it for now. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do there. It's gonna be a little tougher to find. It's got, I don't know what threads those are. Maybe I'll pull it out there and look at it and see. Well, I can't really with the thing raised up. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I got it disconnected from the truck now. I was gonna stick this thing underneath here. I guess we'll just proceed with that and then go from there. Wash it off real quick, get the grease off of there, and then see if I can get the truck underneath it. Well, I think the question is, will it fit back on there? You know, I don't know. In fact, I don't know if the undercarriage things are going to go under there. That's why I got to get this thing on there and at least check it. So let's do it. Doesn't look like it's gonna fit. I'll put some blocks under here. Well, you can just yank it over. I didn't think I could do that. He's lined up here, but still got to drop it down. Outrigger's got to go down. Right out of daylight, looks like here. Hey guys. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like everything's gonna go right on. Boy, it is. Man, that's down to. Yeah, I didn't leave much room, did I? I measured everything pretty tight. There's not much room for tolerance on this thing. Yeah. I have to slide it over this way a little bit. It's hitting that line right there. So it's going to have to slide over just a little bit more this way. Yeah, I took just a little bit too far. Damn. I mean, you guys can even see that. Let's see if we can get in there. Holy crap, it's less than 1/4 of an inch. It's got to fit right. Alright, let's see if it'll slide over. Oh yeah, just kick it a little bit. Let's see if that works. Yeah, you can just, if you get it up, a little bit of the weight off of it, I'll probably just kick it just a little bit. Yeah, that's all it takes. It's already too far. Okay. And when I drop it down, there it goes. The angle of it. Yeah, now it's looks like it will drop on there, but is it going to go this way, that way, this way, this way? That's what we'll find out tomorrow. Man, does it ever look cool in there though? Gotta tell you that much. Bring the outriggers up. It's going to bring the single cab down a lot. We'll see how much. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Alright, let's hook up the hydraulic lines. I did mark them. So you got, I put an R on this one, so I'll have to keep looking at where they go.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Well, I gotta tell you guys, this is pretty amazing. These lined up. This one lined up perfect. Looks like these two are gonna be fine. I just need to scooch it forward just a little bit, and that one will line up. And when those two line up, looks like that one has got to go forward just a little bit. And these two sort of line up. Notice this thing is a little mounded here, right there. So yeah, that is just so close. This is what amazes me. Hang on a second, let me get you guys down a little lower. Is look at that, man! I freaking nailed it. I mean, remember you guys, I made this frame, and it's damn near perfect. This thing's fit. Let's see if the front one goes on. I don't know if we'll be that lucky. Good. Looking pretty good here too. It's there's supposed to be a rubber pad in there, so yeah, I got room for it. So now I just got to find out. I need like a 1-inch rubber pad I put on there. I know I made it when I was doing this. I was like, man, I gotta make sure that it's a little bit short, if anything. If it's too tall, it'll be a problem. That's it's gotta be. It's trying to get it real tight, because Volkswagen, they don't allow much tolerance. They don't tolerate anything. So let's get the rest of the bolts in here and see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I was just thinking what I'm going to do is I took the bolts back out of it. Now I'm going to raise it up because I know that the frame clears underneath. Now it'll probably just lift up off the bed just a little bit, half an inch to an inch or something at the most. I don't think it'll even be a whole inch. And then I can raise the boom up and take it all the way up and all kinds of stuff. Let's see how it works. We have no idea what's going to happen. Let's try it. Well, we got a problem. It's stuck. How the hell did we get that thing to come down? Well, maybe it has something to do with this giant pool of hydraulic oil in here. Yeah, there's that. It's leaking. So it's leaking from somewhere else. It just popped up here. Yeah, I don't know where. I gotta hit it with pressure while I'm trying to look at it at the same time. So maybe it's low on fluid, which I think it's got to pump its way down, but it was seeming to get pressure. Well, I could just add some. Feels like there's some in there. Hard to tell. And the fact that this outrigger is not all the way down, that's not helpful. Especially with it up that high. If a wind comes, might not be good. Well, it's still stuck up there. I actually twisted it and it got stuck all the way going that way, so that's as far as it goes. It only goes to about right here. I thought it was going to go all the way around, but it only goes to like right here and goes around to the same thing over there, and that's where it's stuck now. I don't know what to do. I've tried loosening up the lines and it doesn't come down, so it tells me that it must be in a mechanical stuck, which is probably, I don't know, is that worse? Probably the grease is not, I didn't get a chance to grease everything yet, so that was one of the things. I was going to go get grease fittings. Every time I go down and get them, I forget to buy them. I was going to buy new fittings for everything and try greasing everything, but when I'm running the hydraulic come down, it looks like it wants to, but it just doesn't. I don't know what it's just hung up on there. So I'm just going to leave it there for a little while. I got it. I sucked it down for a little bit. Maybe if it just sits up there long enough, it seems like it might be creeping, but I can't really tell. Just, it's hard to tell. The clouds are moving. So, anyway, looks like this thing's going to take me a while to fix. You see how this thing works is you got one side, the top one is like pressure, and both of them are pressure. The first one's pressure, the one below that's pressure. Pressure up is on the end, on the very end there. Let's get you up closer so you can see. Pressure's right here. This is down. So what it does, I don't quite understand how it works, but the lower one makes the fluid come out of the ram. There's only one inlet going in it, and I think what it does is it takes pressure and makes it release through the other one at the same time while it's going, and then what that does is it makes it come down easier. I really don't understand, because it's just got one. That's an open hole. In the bottom there is an open hole. So I've even tried just loosening up right there, and it won't come down. So it tells me it's like mechanical. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get this thing down. So what I did is I took some of the pressure out of it, made sure there's no pressure in it. And so I'm just letting it sit there to see if the weight, because what it needs is it needs enough weight up here to bring this thing down. And when it's all the way straight up, there's no weight on the ram. So I think that's why it's stuck up there. Give it a while, come back to it, see if it took the pressure off. Got some other issues I'm working on too on the truck, so, and the wiring, of course. Trying to get all that working right. But anyway, that's why it's stuck up there. All right, so we got it down. Well, we figured out it was mechanically stuck just from whatever, maybe the very end. So let's run it up again and see what happens. All right, well, we got it fixed. I thought it was just something simple. Couldn't be something tough, It's not that hard. So I got to just get those grease fittings. I'm going to go down and get those now. And the leak was this. One was leaking and it was going down here and dripping inside here. And then I overfilled it because I was trying to make sure that it wasn't hydraulic fluid. It was too low. I thought it was going to be overfilled. I wasn't worried about it. And then it just all went down here and then just filled this whole area up with fluid. So now I got, of course, the good old kitty litter mess of hydraulics. So anyway, at least we know what's wrong. Really isn't anything wrong. It really, I think it just needs weight in there. I don't think the grease is really that bad. They were moving pretty well, easily. Like, I've checked, that ram was moving easily. The ones going up and down were moving easily. So the grease is just kind of an insurance thing. And I've done the side to side without the hydraulics, and it was working. It was just free as a bird. That bearing in there was real smooth. So yeah, it does need to be greased, but it's not the reason why. It's not just like stuck from being dry. So just so you know that. Okay, well, anyway, it's on there. I'm going to try and put it back down, and all I was trying to do is just get it up and get the riggers down so I could try and bolt it better, but it just got stuck a couple times. Just needed some help to get it down. The guys came over, so anyway, they were coming here anyway, so I was like, hey, let's do this real quick. All right. So okay, there it is. All right, guys, I just need to get, I got a couple bolts in it. I got it up on here. What I got to get made now is, I've got, where it is, this lock here is for up there, and I think I know why they made that. Is I noticed that the ignition switch, so if you run all that load off the ignition switch to run those solenoids, the solenoids are drawing a lot of current. In fact, they burned up the 6-volt converter. I tried here. I've got a ballast resistor. I'm going to get a better resistor for that. But I think what I need to do is have that portion, I think that's what they did, is you turn the key on, so then this would turn on, and then it would turn on everything. Then you could operate everything up from there, and then you could also operate it down below here. Now the funny thing is my ragtop key fits this thing, so it's kind of crazy. So I turned it, and it doesn't have a start position. So I thought it was like a starter. You could start it from up there, but no, it only just turns on and off. It's kind of weird. I thought maybe you could just start it from up there, would make sense, but I don't know. Then you operate the gas pedal, so that wouldn't help. So I went to check this again, and I realized that yeah, it does have a start position, but there's no start wires in there. Maybe there is. So when you push it in, you know, this key isn't exactly right. It's so close though. So it kind of goes to this position, and then there's your start. So yeah, I guess you can start it from up there. So I've just got to get a key for this, because I have to wire this in, or it's just going to get hot. What's happening is the wires are getting hot because there's too much draw on, and then it starts making the engine run funny. It's a pretty major issue if I don't fix this and run another wire. So alright, we'll figure this out. Boy, this is going to be tricky. I have to figure out where that starter wire is and how to get that figured out. So there's that. And I don't have a key code on this thing, so I guess good luck with that, right? I might just go to the local guy. There's a guy around here he might have it. But Dale has a bunch of blanks, so, and he has key codes, but we don't have a key code. So we'll have to figure that out. I got to get a key for that so I can proceed. I can't do anything else without that. So anyway, we'll talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. See your comments, and hopefully you enjoyed the fun getting stuck. Luckily I wasn't up there. Actually, if I was up there, I think it would have came right down.